Don't worry, it's not recording you, it's recording me. So, yes, when we get to the calculator, we got to the exam mode. What we can do is, like, first of all, we need to turn the calculator off first. All right. And then you have to press the 3 buttons together, cos, AC, and 7. You can see that a little red letter there, E for exam, M for mode, and you switch it on with that. So, exam mode. And you're going to hold on to it, like, say, a second to get to the IB exam mode. By entering the exam mode, your calculator will restart and it will disable all your software, self-installed software, including Tetris, Mario's, or whatever game you have. Like, after all, why would you use the calculator to play games? You can play it on your phone and your Switch on your iPad. So, never understand why what young people are thinking right now. So now we are in exam mode. We get to our normal calculation place. First of all, degree and radian. AI people, HL, AI, everything is in degree. AA people, you have to change around degree and radian, because sine 30 degree and sine pi over 6, am I right? Yes, they are different. So you might need to think about changing it around. So you will know that your calculator, thank you, very professional here, thank you. Are you important? All right, you can find the degree and radian from the top of it. So this is in degree mode, and when you lend your things to your friend, you might need to lend your calculator to your friend or something. You make sure you set it back to the radian or degree when you need to change. So shift, setup, switch menu, you get to setup, and then you change the degree and radian there. After you change that, make sure you press EXE to enter the command. Now this is radian. So if you got sine 30 degree, it give you a wrong number. So if you want 30 degree, you change it back to degree sine 30. That's half. All right? For some of you, sine 30 is already in your brain, so it doesn't really matter. That's fine. All right? Anyone is going to do AI on any levels? Any level? Very good. You will also need, so you have to make sure you set it to degree mode with those. And also derive mode. You need to have this on for the calculus. Both of the subject people will need to have the derive mode on because it will help you to find the tangent and the equation of tangent and so on. So you might not get to use this part of the calculus thing later on, but make sure you have it on. After you after you set it to the calculator mode, exam mode, the derive is automatically switch to off. So you make sure you put it back to on before your exam. Otherwise, you miss out a lot of information. Further details will be provided by your teacher coming soon. All right? Wrong person, Tom.
We always keep it on.
Always keep it on. Hope. Going back there, we do not do sine 30 degree. We might need to have a cosine 78 degree. If you want to use it for the next calculation, you go to answer plus 3, and then you got whatever you need. However, what if I do something else, and I want my particular answer there? What should I do? The calculator can actually store up to 28 value for you. Yes. So for example, I have cosine, I want tangent. Tangent 97.54 degree. It's a very important value. I need to store it somewhere. To do so, you need to put the answer, which is the value we have. And then there's an arrow here, if you can see it. Right behind the 10, yes?
Press the bit answer again. Shift. shift minus. It's okay. Good to ask. I'm sorry, I thought I over-predict. So shift minus, you got the answer from before, and then you got an arrow there. So putting the answer into one of the alphabets. So alpha, the red button, and you can see the A, B, C, D, E, F, all down to Z down there. You can write a love letter with it, with the calculator. So we have all the thing, and then you store it in there. I got a space, sorry. So once you put that, your value have been stored to A. Then you do all the horrible things with it, and then you go to alpha A. Alpha is alphabet. It's not the alpha, all right? And then, yes, you get the number back there. All you need to do is to remember which value you save it to. You can't always use A. Like question 1, you use A. Question 2, you use A. Question 3, they overwrite it. So if you use the question 4A back on your question 1, it's wrong. So make sure you have 26 to choose from. So make sure you didn't use the wrong one. All right? Are we feeling good at the back? 上邊嘅朋友 Okay. 好 graphing. I know you can solve this with the tip of your mind, but let's do a graphing here. How could we graph this quadratic function? Manual graph, very good, Tom. All right, and you key this in. Hey, okay. Where's my graph? Introducing a very nice function, zoom auto. So you go to F2 is the zoom, and then you see auto there. Sorry, the calculator is not touch screen, so you have to press F5 there. I like the response. Everything is like, ooh. Yes, yes, you can do that too. Zoom auto always gives you the correct range to see what you need to
see. But then the domain never change. So to further work, make sure it works, you go to V window, which is F3 or Shift F3. Then you can get all the trigonometry, initial and standard. Standard usually work because it's 10, 10, 10 minus 10, 10 minus 10. All right, and then you can move around the number there. Standard might not be working because I actually deliberately move it up. So I go back to zoom auto. And then you can move around. Actually, you can get the cursor to turn. And then you can get what you see there. Are we feeling good with that? So, and then with the graph, you can see whatever you sometimes the X and Y value you need. So that go to the next page. I'm very old school. I'm using paper there. Oh, for a certain X and Y value, if you like to, you can do the calculation when X equals to 2, Y equals to. Do the calculation. Or you can actually get it from here. That is a G-solve button there. Actually, you can find a root, but no root for this equation. So we go to next page. Xcal, you find X. They ask you for the Y value. When Y equals to 50, the X is negative 2.79 and positive 3 point whatever. So your answer is here. All right. Similarly, if you need to find your X, no, we just did X. And YCal when X equals to 5, then it gives you the answer. If the question did not see the Y, they can still give the answer. But then if you are asking, say, now I want to have G-solve when YCal when X equals to 20, they don't do it for you. Because it's out of the domain. Your domain is 10 to negative 10. 10 and between negative 10 and 10. So if you ask something out of the domain,
It don't want to do it for you. So what shall we do? Change it. Like the calculator is yours. It's very expensive. Make it work for you. So you go back to the V window, change it to 50. The trick is for trigonometry function. So it's like 360 on both sides for degree and 2 pi for. So we got to the y cal when x equals to 20. Even you cannot see that up there, they will give you the value for y. All right, as long as it's within the domain, they do everything for you. I know. It's very expensive, so you're going to be very close friend with it for 2 years. 好啦。GDC will never be wrong. GDC will never be wrong. This question, I will not answer this question until my lawyer can. Oh, so we got that. And again, for the this function, let me change the function a bit and make it. Now it's got the root. So for that, if an equation like this, now this graph will have the root and the y-intercept. You do not have to do all of them. You can find it by it. So g of root is the zeros, is the root, so x-intercept. You got 2 of them there. With your derive on, you can see the dy dx, which is the gradient of it, which you will learn later. All right, if derive mode not on, you cannot see that. And this is very useful in other places, so make sure you have them on. And g of, and then minimum, this is a unhappy curve, so you got your minimum. You cannot find maximum. If you find maximum, the calculator will not be happy. Yes, you cannot find a maximum for this. And then another important one is the y-intercept. And if you have more than one function, they will give you the intersecting point as well. So this is finding it. It works not only for quadratic, for cubic function, or 4 times is quarter? I don't know, sorry. Not very good in English. Oh, now, with the setting, let's sketch 20x minus 2. Same place. I'm sorry, I'm boring you. And I get some water. My water is here. Instead of deleting it, I want to keep this function for later on checking. So I will unselect that. Move down, I could get this done. Sine bracket 20x minus 2. All right. Now the curve will be red. I do not have to, I save it for later, I just don't show it. 係啦，Change the window, very good. This is the time when we use trigonometry. Wait, still not right. What's wrong? Ah, yeah. So now let's do a zoom auto. 20x minus 2. Hey, it was right. Let's see if it's the degree right. It worked yesterday. What happened today? Ah, I know.
I press initial. Go back to the window and then press initial.
Let's see the other one.
Initial.
Standard work?
I guess you get initial, right?
Oh, standard. See if standard work. Ah, standard works. Because The period is pretty big. 2 pi over b. No. Yeah, the period is pretty big. So that is the curve of those. Yeah, a deliberate change. Yeah. So it's 20. The period is 20 over 360. Yeah, 1 over 18. So it's pretty small, so I got it wrong. So this is the degree with the sign and something. We don't do trick. Make sure you get with the correct thing. And you can see the period, maximum, minimum point. This graph, you can see maximum and minimum. dy dx is calculus. When you have derived on, you always have the dy dx for you to use later on. What's that mean? All right, this is. Oh, now, how about sketching this one? Again, I select this one. Pi over 3 x minus 2. Hey, I see a straight line again. It doesn't work. What's wrong with that this time? Radian, there you go. Because whenever you see pi, you know this is radian. So you have to change it. Now you got your bubble there. Because this is with pi, so it is radian. I heard someone watt. Can I help you? So even with sketching or finding the ratio, you need to use the correct unit for your trigonometry, for your tricks ratio. Oh, again, next question. You can solve that. I know you can solve that by hand. Please keep your hands to yourself. All right, we can solve this by hand. I know you can solve it in your brain within no time. Let's see, Jerry, what is the answer? Oh, this is too easy.
No, too slow, man.
Did he say it already? I can hear.
Close his eye.
He closed his eye. Oh, sorry, I am not Jerry, so I need the calculator to help me. He actually used the formula. Yes. Thank you, Jerry. Unfortunately, you cannot take Jerry in your exam, so you can only take GDC. So let's go back to the GDC there. Equation. Which one shall we choose? So manual equation. Polynomial. How many? What is the degree here? Second degree. 3, -4, 6. Minus 6. Make sure it's correct. Yes, and what he got is correct. Thank you. All right. The function, this app also allows. So let's go back there. You can see the two answers. The answer there, you can have, and make sure it's in the ABC format, and then you click it in. If you need to, you can solve cubic function as well, whatever degree, as long as you got the ABCD, the coefficient correct. Oh, another way to use it, AA don't use it, AI you need to learn this, is using the solver.
Oh yeah.
Not recommend for AA because you will know in a minute. 3x squared minus 4x minus 6 equal is in shift dot. All right. There's an initial value there. They will estimate that for you. And when you solve it, here is the issue. You only got one answer. You might miss out some of the answer if you use solver. If that happens to AA, 抵死. All right. But then AI, I think, is their question-wise. They usually have to reject some of those, so you have to use it. And also, given the complexity of the algebra in AA, your calculator will hang. It's just GDC. So, hi. So what would you do? Actually, yeah, think about that. What would you do if your computer actually hang in the middle of the exam?
Ask the teacher.
Ask the teacher, very good. However, in your DP exam, your invigilator cannot help you and is not supposed to help you. So I'm going to tell you something very important. It's like, you take it out, turn it over, restart. That's the same as your computer. If it's hanging so long, restart. Use a pen, poke it.
Can we use salt pen?
Same thing. You still lost yes, you can use soft pen, but you still risk missing one answer.
How do you know which one?
That's why AA will not use software. Use the polynomial or use a graph. 好. Remember, even you reset your calculator, don't worry, it's still in exam mode. It doesn't reset the exam mode, so still no games in the exam. Oh, but actually, this saved a lot. Like in the mock exam, I help them to restart. Sometimes it's just working with the domain and range, checking with the V window, the setting. But then when you are in there, the calculator suddenly doesn't work, you panic, and the whole paper, it will affect your whole paper, your potential, your results of the whole paper. So calm down, anything go wrong, check with the window, setting, if it's a graphing. Second, restart. It will always work. All right, so this is the solver. You might miss out one answer, so we don't suggest it for AA. AI, you need to learn that as well. Or you solve it by, I use a pencil to poke it. Pen or pencil? Oh, now, you know how to do this. If it's look like this, rearrange, very good. So I still prefer to use polynomial. I like it a bit more. And then you rearrange it in your head or on paper. And make sure you get the correct A, B, C. Like careless mistake happened here. They put the B into negative 28, which I did before as well. Then you lost the answer. And exact value and decimal there. So careful, AA people, if they ask for exact value, give them the exact value, don't round it. Okay? 係啦. The calculator also work with third degree or whatever degree you want. Actually, if you see that, 3, 4, 5, 6 as well. AA people, you might need to do that by hand with remainder theorem. Hey, you guys are different level than me. I will use calculator. So I will just key in whatever the coefficient is. Remember, no coefficient is 1. You know that, I just like to say. And they only got one answer there because it's touching the x coordinate once. Done that? Okay? Yes, actually you need to use simultaneous equation, a function you really wish you learned in year 8. So we have simultaneous equation. Remember, the number of unknowns require the same number of equation. Now you found it. Yes, you can use the 2 line. And actually you can sketch the 2 line, rearrange it to y equals 2, and then find the intersecting point. And that is x and y. Because we give you the calculator, your question will not be asking you x and y. It might be mu, it might be theta, different things.
It might be BSc.
Yeah, 3SA, maybe. So if you do that, make sure you write it down somewhere or remember, be clear which one we decided to be x, y, and z. Because the calculator only presetted x, y, z. All right?
Oh, B is Y, A is X.
So this is simultaneous equation, and unfortunately, the calculator only solves linear simultaneous equation. If it's non-linear, I would suggest you to use graph. And then you, max. And then you use intersecting point if it's the quadratic and a linear equation or two quadratics. This one you rearrange, I'm not going to repeat that one. Oh, okay, let you do it. Sorry, I am standard. I am SL. I have to do that by myself. I have to write it down. Now I can do it. Am I right? Ah, that's right. Oh, again, exact value, decimal. All right, are we feeling okay? How? Or you can do it in your brain. I suggest you to use calculator for paper 2, AA people, and paper 3, HL people. One day you will need to solve the 3 as well. Mr. Ben, Miss Lee, do they need to solve this with non-cal, HL, AA? Non-cal. Oh, HL people, you need to solve that non-cal. You need to be able to do that, but yes, try to attack all the HL people. But if it's paper 2, you can still use calculator, so use that. Oh, actually, you can use matrix for that one. All right, so, yeah. So, you get the answer with a few clicks, ASL, people. You don't always see that unless you are doing some modeling. Yes, you need to use this. Wrong person. Oh, yes, we are twins, but...
AIHL can always use calculator.
Yes, AIHL use calculator.
But he said we need to solve it without...
AAHL.
Oh, not us.
All right. Oh, next. Hey. Do you remember this symbol? Yay. Absolute value, our counseling. Positive go in, positive come out. Negative go into counseling and you positive come out. I call that counseling. Oh, where can we find the counseling? The absolute value.
Maths, ABS.
Oh, you just do, let me go back to graphing. Oh, you can do option, numeric, absolute. And we are at graphing. I'll do it again. You go to option, numeric, absolute. Negative 3x. You can see it flipped. Or if you're being naughty and say that, actually, I got a function here, enter already, and I want to absolute that. What shall we do? Actually, what you can do is, instead of typing the whole thing again, you can press Y3. So your original one is the green one, or you don't, if you just absolute the whole function, you do not have to do it again. Type it again, just use the value above that. Done that?
Queen of calculus. Queen of calculus.
How are we moving on? Yeah, that's why I like my calculator so much. You're going to be a friend of your calculator soon. Hold on, we're going back to our normal calculation here. I know you can do this in your brain, HL people, extended plus people, but why risk it if you can use the calculator? How can I do this?
I bet it's 11. Watch.
So mass AB is there. Exit mass log AB. Yes, oh, wow, it's 7 really. I know you can do it in your brain. Hold on. Or you might want to do option cal, and you can also find the log AB there. All right, different ways instead of, depends on how you find it. You can use the mass here. If you use the graphing mode, you have to use the option numeric. Can you keep your hands on yourself? No touching. All right, moving on. Oh, yeah, this is Tom's favorite, sigma. Hey, already here. Yeah. I was about to ask you how we find it. That's the sigma notation, the sum of.
Sigma.
Which means that from 4 to 19, it's going to keep adding it up from the expression there. So you have to x equals to 4, and we have. What is your question again?
So it's like if you start from 4, is that you input your 4 into the x, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 19.
Yes.
And the sum of these.
Yes.
So first value and then maximum, right?
Starting point, ending point.
Start and limit.
Yes.
即係你個 4，你個4係你個
你由 x 去4加落去10度咯，10度。
So that means that it's 3 times 4 plus 2 plus 3 times 5 plus 2, all the way to 3 times 19 plus 2. All right? This is the sigma notation. I thought you learned it in sequence and series.
We did not learn it.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, no. Okay, rewind. The teachers taught you. You didn't learn. Oh, okay. 好嚟 statistics. Yes, you can find the mean, mode, median with your brain. I know it. But why risk it? I can use it with calculator. They just add.
Listen at the same time. You're not making the most out of it. So please pay attention when the teacher is speaking. It's really for your own good.
Oh, so again, statistics. Now, wild guess, very hard question here. Which one shall we choose here? Yes. Oh, statistics. We got a list of number there. When you need to find mean, mode, median of all of those, it doesn't have to be in order. I gave it to you in order, but when you enter it, it doesn't have to be in order. So we have 2, 5, 6, 12, 12, 19, 19, 43, 50. 9 data, usually I will count it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.咦? I missed one? Ah, that's why we need to check. Thank you. All right. So I need to find the mean, mode, median. Actually, they gave you more than that. So we go to cal. usually before I've done anything, I would check the setting. So this time we have one variable putting at list 1. Each of them got one data, correct. If you need to change to different list, you can press list and choose another one. For now, all the data is only got one of them. And then I do one variable because I need to find out all the max and mean and so on. Voila. The dash is the mean. Minimum, maximum, median, MED is the median. Q1, Q3, quartile 1 and 2, so you get actually enough information for you to get a box plot. And then the mode is 19. And frequency of the mode is 3. So they give you everything in there. So that's how we're going to get through that. Straightforward? Now, since we are here, let's do graphing because this is so good for a box plot. So we go to setting for graph 1. I want a next page, math box. If you want, you can change the color of the box. I want it red. And the whisker, I want it pink. Actually, I do not like red and pink.
You change the color?
Okay, we go back to setting. You can change the color of the box and the box inside. Oh no, I like blue, so I want it yellow.
Wait, what? I'm so confused.
Then my box is yellow, lah.
Well, so how you do it again?
All right, so we go back to exit setting. Oh.
Where?
好嚟啦
Oh, mailbox.
Tom, one more time, graph, and then we check the setting. This time we want to draw a math box with X1 is the data, list 1 is the data, no outliers, and then you can click on the different color if you really want to. This is just fancy stuff. The main point is like you can visualize the math box. You cannot submit your calculator, so you still have to draw it by hand. 好 Are we feeling all right? 好啦 we've done the math box.
你話呢個有咩用？ 你話呢個有咩用？你都唔可以。
Pretty 咯
No, I like, but you still need to know the number.
Yes, and it's already given to you. You can visualize how does it look like to check the answer. 好啦 Sometimes your data is provided in group data. So I have 12, 0, 19, 1, and so on. So if you got only 1, you have to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to count 19, 0. And unfortunately, I have a life, so I won't do this. So I delete all. What I'll do is like we do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next one is 12, 19, 38, 22, 4. All right, I'm saving the data. It doesn't have to, everything have to be in list 1. You can use the setting to keep the data so that you don't have to type it again. All right, so this same thing, we need to find the mean, mode, median first. So you go to cal because we are calculating the mean, mode, median. Still one variable because all the data is only one. It's just the frequency there. So setting. Yeah, I forgot him. So this is list 3. I have to write it down. List 4. Right? So now we go to the setting. Now it's not list 1, it's list 3. So list 3 is the data. Frequency is not 1 each. List 4. All right, and then, yeah. And then one variable, they will give you, you total have 95 data. This is the mean. And all the mean, mode, median is all there. The mode is 2, and there are 38 twos. Wait, what? Yes, here. Okay. 好呢個 group data 唔做啦 ，and then
太煩。
boring。好 zoom 唔該 zoom。好 so it doesn't auto zoom. Yes it does. Then I zoom it myself. 得啦。Alright, so now I have the data x and y. I want to find the lines of regression. Linear line. Actually, you can find other regression as well, but we stick with linear first, and I'll show you in a minute. So, moving down, let's do 5 and, 6 and 7. Let's skip one. So we have 6 and 7 there. We enter the value of the x and y. This is not the frequency, this is, the top one is x. So now we got all the x and y inside input at end. Statistics, do you need to find the line of best fit? Year 10? Yes. This is the lines of best fit. You should know that. Again, before you do anything, check the setting. Oh, this time is 2 variables, x and y, which lists 6 and lists 7. As long as you mark down which list you are using, you can always save the data for later. And then instead of variable, we do regression. All right, so with linear, it's just x. ax plus b, and you got the line there. R value, R square value, this is what we see that. Okay, rewind. All right, setting. Make sure that x and y is correct. Then we go to not 1 variable, not 2 variable, it's regression. Linear, x. ax plus b, you got all the value there. And if the data is needed, you can have quadratic. Oh, ax plus b. Whenever you like the function and you want to use it later, because the question might ask you, with your modeling, with your model, find x when y equals to something. We need that, right? So you can copy the equation, and then you go down to one of the graph. They jump in the graph, so you just select one of the line there. Then nothing happened? Yes, because your equation is already copied down here. So with your very long digit there, it is more accurate than you type it by yourself. Oh, rewind. So we are in statistics, right? Cal, check setting, and then we go to regression. Once you get your equation, you can copy all the data, and then the calculator will go to graph, and you can paste it on a certain line. Once you paste there, you can go back to graph, select your line you need, then you have your xcal and ycal there.
When I try to draw,
Hi?
it says no item is selected.
Because you need to go down, you didn't select it.
F1.
You need to select the graph to show it. Done that? So this also work with your cubic function, quadratic model, sine model as well. 冇啦 it works for linear function. 冇啦，呢啲唔使講。哎，咩咁？好 ，last but not least, financial app. Again, you will do this question by the formula, a lot of you. Actually, our calculator do have an app for it.
Myra.
Manual.
Compound interest, bro. I'm about to.
Finance. Last one, come on. Keep your hands to yourself and on your calculator only. So we got simple interest, compound interest, AAAI, both need compound interest. Simple interest, I studied a bit and I forgot. So compound interest I use a lot. So we go to compound interest. With the question, you got the percentage per year compounded monthly for 5 years. So N is the number of years, 5. Percentage, I% is the interest rate per year, so 5.25. You don't even need to change it to decimals. I remember some of the year 9 and 10, it's not this group, it's the standard group. Where's the percentage button on GDC? No, that's no. You're way after that. But then this is given to you. Here is the annoying bit. PV is previous value, money taken away from you painfully. So it's minus 8,000 euro. Out of you, minus. Payment per payment. So this is how real life will do, but IB don't always use it. No, Excel, they have question like this. So SL or, I don't know, AI, they are saving like more human. So each month we'll put a lump sum into the bank. But IB question usually is like, oh, I put 8,000 euro in the bank and I don't care about it for 10 years. So this is not human normal saving, this investment. So we leave it 0 because we're not putting money in it every time.
Also, the Myra question would have happened. Is every time you deposit money in there?
Yes. And then you got... Come on, last one. Bear with me. Thank you. All right, future value is what we want to find, so we leave it blank. And then how many times they compound? 12 monthly. So 12, they payment each time, and they compounded 12. Yes. No, not 60, just 12. Because per year. On the top, we have 5. It's the payment and compound. They usually get to the same. Just keep it the same as well. Compound per year and payment per year. In your IB, you have to list that out if you are using the app. That is your working. And all you need to do is press FV. They give you the answer.
Final value.
Final value, future value.
What's the organization?
That much profit only?
This look. What?
I didn't do it. Let's press it. There's more payment maybe? Finding the answer is easy. I use the formula as well. But finding the term is pretty annoying. That's why I use the app when it's asking me to find how many terms. So say for example, I got $8,000. I want the amount to be nearly double. And I want to find out number of terms. Number of years. So this one I deleted.
Restart your receipt.
Oh, no, actually, if I just press, I want the $15,000, and I want to find the number of years to get the money double without carrying it, I just use N. Leave the number there, just press, it will change it by itself. Yes. They say 143 years later, if I'm still alive, I might get that double with this interest rate. Or I only got 10 years and I need to have 15,000. What is the interest rate I need? So you just keep it there. Long shots. All right, this is how we use the app, and that wraps up the whole thing, what I have prepared for you. All right, anything burning question you want to know as well? All right, if things are okay, then thank you very much for coming. I hope that's useful for you. Oh, thank you very much. No more question? All good?
I'm about to drop out of school, bro.
Do you want them to go back to the classroom? Yes. All right, why am I leaving? Because I want to be a counselor.
即係呢啲啊？
唔係呢啲，4樓嗰啲。
咁你讀完翻嚟教 class 咪得咯？
讀完仲請我嘛？
請啊！
好，交俾你幫我。
讀幾多年啊
3年。
係咯，你讀係啊，點解唔喺香港讀啊？點解你唔喺香港讀嘅？
點解唔係 VSA 讀
？VSA 讀唔到，唔係佢哋個
你捨得離開我嘅咩？
唔捨得。
你冇離開啊！
唔捨得。Thank you.
If I take my kids to my
Yes.
classroom.
Can you, Mr. Ben's class? Can you stand? And Miss Lee, do you want your class to go back to? Okay. All right, histogram. Hey, I was asking you any question. You say no. Hold.
I know how to do this.
Oh, okay. So let's use our 3 and 4 data there.
I know how.
All right, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 there. So you go to graph.
Set.
Setting for graph 2 lah. Let's use the other setting. So in the graph type, you look for histogram.
First one. This one.
Did I miss it? Ah, yeah, histogram. And then just key in your correct data. List 3 is the list, and then list 4 is the frequency. And then they ask you for the width, you just go EXE. No gap. Oh yeah, because they are not. It's become bar chart. All right, so this is the histogram they do for you. Actually, you can do pie chart as well. Oh, pie chart lah. Do I have leave one? This one? 啊，唔得。set 過先。
The frequency is.
Pie chart is list 3. Pie chart 唔得。Cannot do pie chart. 得啊。pie chart. All right. 冇啦，仲有乜嘢講 ？Anything else you want to know? Huh? That's really nice. Very kind of you. Okay, then you have 2 kind. All right. Any other things you want to know? Standard deviation. You know standard deviations? Oh. And I find out that you can do vectors in exam mode now.
Vectors.
Oh, you didn't. You do it later with the Excel. Matrix.
Matrix.
So you go to matrix and you go to math and vectors, 2 by 2. Cross product.
Transformation.
Yes. Yeah, you can do transformation with that. All right. If we are good then, I might need to go back to my class to say goodbye.